Welcome back to my channel, you guys. If you want to see how I did these press-ons, stick around. So first things first, you will need a holder, the press-on nail holder, some clay, doesn't matter the color, but after doing this, I prefer a darker color. You will also need full cover tips and some art tools, and you'll see those later on. I'm going to show you all my mistakes as we do this. This is my first time and I have limited products, so I'm definitely going to show you all my mistakes. So the first mistake I made so far was, if you look closely at the white clay that I used to stick the full cover tips on, that's entirely too big. When I showed you the pack, they were like little squares, and I would use a square for each nail. That's too much. These nails are would kind of be a size small, I think, or maybe a medium, I don't know yet, but the clay was too big. It was too big, and the reason why I say it's too big, you will know if you keep watching. You'll see what happened. The second thing we'll do after applying the tips to the clay is to buff the nails, because we're going to be using gel polish, and these are the colors that I'm using. Second mistake that I made through the process was using the Savvyland Builder Gel for my 3D art. This gel is, I was going to do a review on it, but after using the product, I decided not to. It wasn't working too well for me. The product was super liquidy, so it wasn't good for 3D. And it also, the clear for some reason in that Builder Gel kit does not cure. So as you're going to see, I'm going to attempt to do the 3D flower, but I'm going to erase it or start over again and use a different product that I'll show you later on. I'm actually making these press-ons just to practice. I'm supposed to be doing my friend's nail. She showed me a picture of something, and she showed me a couple of pictures, and I kind of put a few things together outside of what she wanted, and I just wanted to practice that look before I did her nails. And so this is what I'm doing. I'm only doing 5 nails just to get my feet wet with the design, and also making press-ons. Like I said, this is my first time, and boy, I tell you, this was an experience. I would say making press-ons for me is a lot harder than doing nail work, artwork on someone's actual hand. Like I said, I'm showing y'all all the mistakes that I made as I go through this process. This is my first time, so there were a lot of mistakes. There were a lot of errors. And as you see, I had to, erase the art I did and do it again. At this point, I'm still trying with the Savvyland builder gel in a bottle, and it's not working. But eventually, I got something out of it, but it still wasn't up to par. And like I said, I'm going to show you what I did later on. Next, I'm going to add the base coat before I add the actual color. And I realized maybe I should have added the base coat before I did the flower, and later on I just realized maybe I should have just finished the whole color part of the flower nail and then added the 3D art. But as you can see, I'm using the Bellavina 4-in-1 gel, and I'm going to actually use this gel to redo the flower to make it more pronounced, to make it more visible and look more 3D. And I'm just using my dotting tool again, and in between I'm going to cure it to make sure that the gel doesn't slide. Now it's time for color, and I'm just going to, like I said, I'm imitating a design I saw that my friend showed me, and I'm using this pink, and as you see, every nail won't be pink, but they will have pink in them. So I used the supposedly lint-free wipe, and as you can see, I'm constantly picking at the nail, and I realized maybe these wipes were not lint-free that I got from Shein. Maybe they were cotton, like just flattened cotton balls. I don't know. But as you can see, I had to pick so much. So stay away from cotton, anything that might be lint associated, or you're gonna have a hard time. And this is something I already knew, but I'm assuming I used a product that was lint-free, but it wasn't. And so, yeah, I was a little irritated with that. And as I started to color the flower nail or paint the flower nail, I noticed that the actual flower prints they weren't holding the color. So you'll see what I decided to do later on to fix it, but I just moved on to the next design, which I'm using like a new color, and this will be a flower nail as well, but I'm going to use gel to actually make the flowers, gel polish colors to make the flowers. And there we go, lint and more lint, aggravation and more irritation, but it didn't deter me. But you surely want to make sure you clean under the nail as well. So I'm going in, and what I did was I mixed the Bella Vita 4-in-1 gel with the pink gel polish to make that gel polish thick, and then I went over the flowers again. And I will say I had to do it again because I didn't cure between each flower and they started to run, but eventually I got it together, y'all. I'm going to use a white gel polish to make 2 of the flowers, and I'm going to also add pink to these flowers as well, and then do the opposite color by having a pink flower with a white little dot on the inside. And like I said before, yes, I had to do that other nail over again. As you can see, it's not pronounced. And y'all are with me through all the mistakes. I promise I did not delete any mistakes. I have edited them, but this is mainly all the mistakes that I made. And once again, cure in between the designs. Like if you just do one little circle and you feel like it's running, cure it. But here is the outcome of it. It's exactly what I wanted from the picture that I saw. This was great practice, and I really did enjoy doing this and filming this process. And I don't know why I always do this. Every time I try something new, I just jump to the hardest thing out there. And this is not the hardest thing out there, but for somebody who just try and press on nails for the first time, don't try to do no 3D and all this other kind of stuff. But if you want to, do it. You know, I did it, but hey, it gave me a headache in the end, but hey, it all worked out in the end. Good practice. Not gonna lie, this was pain. It made me realize that I need to upgrade on my paint brushes. I actually just got some new ones too, and these still just weren't it, or maybe I have to cut them down and customize them a little bit, but I am still on the prowl for good nail art brushes. But I will say this nail was a pain too. I'm a little rough on my art. Back when I first started doing nails, gel polish was not prominent. It was about regular polish, so you had to know how to do it because it's gonna dry. If not, you're gonna have to acetone it off and start all over again. So I'm happy that it's gel. You know, you can clean it up easily with alcohol. But yeah, still a little learning curve. I haven't done nails in so long. I went to nail school, and fresh out of high school, and then after high school, I went to nail school in high school for dual enrollment, and then after high school, I went to cosmetology school, and then after cosmetology school, I did hair and I did nails. And it became, things advanced and things changed and techniques changed, and I was out of it during that time. I was more focused on doing hair. So I'm just having fun catching up with all the different techniques and skills, and I can't wait to get involved with even more. So I'm going to use the matte top coat for the index finger and the thumb finger. This is Macart top coat. I'm going to use the Macart matte top coat for the thumb finger and the ring finger. And for the other nails, I'll use Kiara Sky, the shiny regular top coat, gel top coat. So this is the finished results, you all. I really, really like how they came out. I love the matte against the shiny. I love the different type of nail art with the flowers. But if you stay to the end, here is why I said I made the clay too big. Because now, look what happened. Just drip all off on the sides. I wasn't at a loss because all you have to do is take the nail off and file it down. As I said before, no one will be wearing these. This is just for practice, practicing a design for someone whose nails I will do. And now I know better to use half of the squares or less just to get my sticky consistency. But it was so much fun, and I hope you all enjoyed my first time making press-on nails and all of my mistakes. And I hope that you're able to, learn from this as well. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments below. And maybe put your mistakes too of how your learning curve as well. And so thank you all for watching. But if you like what you saw, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe. And I hope to have you all next time. Bye.